Hello everyone, welcome back to the Caddy build. In this episode, we will be turning the back of this rust box into a stealth camper. Roll intro.
How the hell did you manage that?
In all honesty, I have no idea. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So before I get into the stealth camper bit, I'm just going to give you a bit of an update on what has happened. So the door was leaking at the front. So as a result, we adjusted the door. My friend Simon from SW Performance, this guy, he helped me actually get the door adjusted. So I'll just show you a little clip of him adjusting the door. If we're complaining that it's not on my YouTube.
Oh, what? So you gotta put him on?
Yeah. And then what we did after that was we fit the beading around the door. So I'll just show you that right quickly. So yeah, that's it. It's peeling off here, so I do need to probably redo this. But yeah, it sealed the door. The door works fine now. Okay, so onto the actual part that you want to see. In the back here, obviously there is nothing. What I want to do is I want to have a bed / chair that will fold up and basically let me use the entire of the van. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going this side. And this side, we're going to go for a little desk. And we're going to try and get it to work as best as possible. My friend Tim has come down. He has a joinery company. I will tag his page in the description section. And yeah, he's going to help me out get it all sorted because I can't cut in a straight line and I'm blind in one eye. So yeah, he's going to help me out with it. We're going to get that sorted, and hopefully by the end of today we should have something that resembles a stealth camper. Fingers crossed. What we're going to do, we're going to cut some 45-degree angles on each end of this so it kind of goes around the board, and then we're going to get some supports put underneath it, and yeah, but I'll leave the master to work. So we've had to change plan a little bit because my measurements were shit. So we're now mounting it on the bottom and hopefully it'll give it a bit more strength. Tim with some action shots.
Gotta get my ass in it.
Okay, so there we have it. That is the bed. The holes are for breathability. We have the desktop. I just need to order some hinges for this, some strong hinges, and also some clips so it'll fasten back up. And then I have to work out how we're going to fasten it to the van. So that's it for now. I'm just having a bit of a tidy up. I'm going to re-hinge the doors because he sorted out them and made them straight for me. And yeah, we'll crack on. Okay, so as you can see, the boards are all done. The problem we're going to have now is this bit. So this is not going to be strong enough to hold the frame, the fold-up mechanism, everything. So what I'm probably going to have to do with this is take this panel off, probably pull out some of the insulation so we can fit it tighter to it, and then I'm going to look about possibly putting a board from here to the opposite end so it's fast against it, so that I can put the swinging hinge mechanism onto this better, and obviously mark out on here where the line is so I actually know where I'm going with it. How we do that, I don't know. Probably going to be the same on that side. It's not a small job, but I'm absolutely knackered now, so I'm going to call it a day for today and get the bits ordered I needed, and we'll crack on with it as soon as I can. Okay, so it's a few days on now. The hinges have finally arrived. So we have the hinges Those are not the hinges. Those are locking mechanisms. These are the hinges. What we're going to do is hinge that like that, so that when it folds down, or when it's folded up, sorry, those will be kind of like that position. So I've got them to fit on this one. Ideally I want them to fold inside, but because my calculations and the fact of I'm on a budget and everything, the measurements are not perfect, but we will get that put together and hopefully that'll look something like what I'm after. Right, so I'm gonna get these marked out, drilled, mounted, and hopefully we'll have some legs sorted. Fucking knew that was gonna happen. Rounded the fucking bolt off, twat. So we're gonna try and get these mounted now. See how we get on with the first one. That needs tightening. Problem is, so because I've managed to shear off 2 bolts or 2 screws into that, so maybe we can squeeze another one in somehow. So if you're doing this, don't use a power tool because you might shear off the bolt. So it does hold, but I'm probably gonna have to put something under here because it's a bit off center. But it looks alright. Just might need to be adjusted a little bit or trimmed. But we have it, it's on. Now for the rest of them. That's not fucking straight. So, I don't know if my wood is straight. So I didn't cut it. I mean, it wouldn't be straight if I cut it, but I didn't cut it. So, when it falls down, it's not in line. I'll get this thing put together and yeah, we'll see how it stands up. We'll see. Anyway, enough for now. I'll be back shortly. Right, so now we're just putting the legs onto the desk bit. All it's done. Not the most sturdy of things, but again, not a joiner. Just kind of winging it. So, happy days. So, you'll probably notice when this is fitted, it doesn't fit properly. The reason for it is because either this wood's not straight or my eyes are still playing up. I'm gonna say it's both. So now we have all the legs and everything mounted. I have these. So those little flap locks, they're adjustable. Basically, it's to attach this so that when it is fastened in, I've got the bracket on the back, the hinge on the front. It shouldn't move. Shouldn't being the key. I don't know how to fit these on, so I'm just gonna have a quick Google, work it all out, and then we'll make a start on that part. And just like that, it's already not going to plan. So I bought these off Amazon. There's no screw heads or no screws for it. So it's just the clips, but no screws. Who sends something without fastening? Not happy, not happy. Anyway, get my screws out. Happy days. Okay, so the neighbour came and gave us a hand with these because they were an absolute pain, and doing them on your own is not always fun. However, we're all fastened in. So these are great. So obviously, when that's not connected, these will fold up. So it's when it's folded against the wall, they'll be out of sight. And then obviously, when I put the table down, slots in place, steady as up. So we've managed to do them all. Literally, it was just 2 screws in each one, and it just fastened. Then it's obviously tightened up. But yeah, we're on to the next bit. So now we've got that. What I'm going to do next is take the measurements, work out location in the van. I'm probably just going to need 2 long pieces of wood. So one the length of the desk, one the length of the bed. And that's going to go into the van, bolted into the wall, which hopefully then I can put the hinges on, get it all set up, get it all good to go. And then we're pretty much cooking with gas. I have got a couple of little bits that I'll be doing as well. But yeah, well underway. I'm happy with how these have turned out though. Honestly, they look great, they're strong. I'm still unsure what to do with this. I am probably going to paint it, but again, it's all about the finish. Not sure what we want yet. But yeah, cooking with gas. I'll probably go pick up the wood tomorrow. Happy days. Okay, so it's a fair few days on. I have been massively lazy. And I'll tell you why. So I've got to take this off to pull out some of the insulation underneath. So when I've obviously done it the first time around, I have packed it full of insulation. And it's sealed it tight, really tight. And there isn't anything I can do with it. Problem being is, I need to know where the supports are for this, so that when I do put the support beam in for the bed, I can drill it into the pillars. But like I say, it's not been the best efforts when I first did it. So I'm not going to massively film this. You may get a slight snippet, but I need to make a start on it. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Okay, so we got the panel off, and as you can see, how this is all way too stuffed. These are my bars where I'm supposed to be fastening stuff to, but it's just not perfect. That is all the excess foam, aluminium tape that I used, everything. So yeah, I massively went over with my insulation. However, a big part of that depends on how you're doing the van out. If you're just putting it into the original sort of holes, that kind of stuff is way too much. So you could probably cut that in half or use thinner ones, work just the same. The other one is if you're doing like the wooded boards, those would slot perfectly down between the wooded boards, which obviously will give you proper household style insulation. So it wasn't a fail, it was a learning curve, like everything else on this bloody channel. Anyway, I will be back shortly once we've got the stuff fitted back in the van, and then we can get these mounted in, hopefully. Okay, so we've got this back on. We have the problem here. So for some reason, the middle of this board is crazy weak, and every time I've tried to drill a screw through it into the panel, it just tears apart the wood. So as a result, I remember I had some old plyboard left over from making the cupboards and everything, and as a result I've made a spacer so that I can grip hold of it, and it's worked. And I'm so happy because now I can start looking about getting stuff put in. Okay, So finally round to getting it fitted. I've just checked, this bit's a bit weak here, but hopefully once everything's all put in properly, it'll work fine. So what I've done is, I've got it balanced to where I want it, and it fits quite nice. So what I'm going to do is, I've just marked it with dressmaker's chalk, because that's how I didn't obviously mark up the carpet. And I'm going to move this out of the way, get the support board mounted, and hopefully by the end of today, fingers crossed, it will all be mounted in the van. So let's see. Oh God. Alright, so that's the position I need to kind of be getting it in. Probably could have done with a thinner piece of wood, but this is just gonna have to do. Okay, so we've marked them out. I need to drill some holes so that my screws will go all the way through the other bits of wood and into where I need it to go. We have the trusty bit of tape on the drill bit. Let's give it a shot. Definitely need to invest in some better tools. Hopefully, that's what we needed. Let's see. So that's how it's going to sit. I've got the brackets on. I just need to put the brackets in. My drill is currently on charge, so that's going to have to wait a second. Right, so before I crack on with them hinges, let me get this sorted. We'll get some of these put on. Should be easy enough. But we'll see. Yeah, that's it. Now we just put the finishing little caps in. Tell you what, this is quite an actual decent kit. Amazon special. Easy enough to put in. Comes with everything you need. Even has some other clips that I don't think I'm gonna need, but I mean, all slots together nicely. Come on. Ugh. Ow. And just like that, wouldn't be mine without it, but I'll pop that out and put that back in there. That's it. Pretty solid, pretty well fitted. I'm happy with that. Nice. And just like that, we have the brackets in, and it works. Downside, it's going to catch on there, and it catches on there. So it may not be able to go flush. What might do? Okay, so it's in. So now the moment of truth. I am going to put my body weight on it, and fingers crossed it doesn't fall, snap, or break, but we'll see. It's mildly concerning, but my feet are in front, let's just say. That's alright, you know. I mean, I'm off the ground, feet are up, job's good. Anyway, as good as this heat as well. For now, that is in. Just going to do this one, not going to do it on camera, and we're going to give you the big reveal when it's all done and dusted. Enjoy. And there it is. Fold up. Still needs a little bit of work. So I currently have one hook in and I'm attaching it with bungee cords. I am 90% sure there is a 10 times better way to do it. But for now, we're going to see how that goes and update as we go along, because I have got some other bits that I need to crack on with. Here as well, I originally was going to put some D-hooks, but I didn't have any. So I made do with some hinges that I had lying around, and they've worked. I mean, yeah, again, stuff could be folded a lot better. A couple of my friends have suggested putting magnets and a plate so it can magnetize, so that's an option. But yeah, it's all right. It's quite cozy in here. It's a bit not much headroom, but all in all, for what I need it for, with the remapping and stuff, perfect. So yeah, happy with that. So that is it for the stealth camper build. I could have done a fair bit more to it. I am still kind of trying to work out how to do the mattressy bit, rather than just being sat on wood. I am probably going to give it a better finish than just plain wood as well. Maybe carpet, I ain't decided. But I wanted to get it out, show you guys the mechanism, how it works. And yeah, it's I'm happy with how it's turned out. I can't lie. It's turned out a lot better than I thought it would. So yeah, I'm happy about that. I did learn a lot. Obviously, have the right tools is definitely a good one. Make sure you don't round off screws. That's another one. And yeah, probably make sure you can cut in a straight line and you're not blind in one eye. That's always a good way. But yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much to everyone that's helped in this video. This was one of the bigger undergoings. So yeah, thank you to everyone. Thank you to Tim, thank you to Simon, thank you to everyone that's helped me in the process of this video. Really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you've all enjoyed. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.
I'll be doing a lot better if you won't call it, mate.
Can only hope. This is my ass crack.